You weren't born to scroll through life. You weren't meant to blend in or chase empty highs, or spend your best years watching other people win. Ever watched a guy build a Lego car on TikTok for 40 minutes and felt inspired, but didn't move an inch? You weren't meant to become, not a follower, not a filler, but a man forged in struggle, in silence, in relentless responsibility. And no one is coming to make that happen for you. No mentor, no algorithm, no playlist is dragging you up when your soul feels heavier than your body. You think becoming a man is about reaching a destination? Nah. It's about surviving the transformation. There's a version of you screaming to rise before the boy inside you dies small and quiet. Be the man you were meant to be before it's too late. Let's be real. Nobody told us what it actually means to be a man. They told us, man up, but not how. They sold us six-pack abs, fast cars, and fast money, but never taught us how to handle failure, fear, or fatherlessness. Modern manhood is broken. You're told to feel nothing, express nothing, grind endlessly, but also be emotionally intelligent and stable. And when you stumble, you're either toxic or weak. No wonder so many men feel stuck. We feel the weight, but no one showed us how to carry it. Here's the truth no one sells. Manhood isn't a gift. It's forged. It's not a glow up. It's a ritual, a process, one that looks suspiciously like pain, failure, and a lot of early mornings with no applause. And yeah, you don't get a certificate. There's no graduation cap for finally showing up for your own life, just the weight and whether or not you carry it. Maybe your version of this is staying up late replaying arguments in your head, or bombing a job interview and telling no one, or watching someone you love drift away while you pretend you're fine. Thorfinn thought killing Askeladd would make him a man. It didn't, because manhood isn't taken in a single act. It's built brick by brick in the dark. You don't become a man by chasing revenge, approval, or dopamine hits. You become a man by carrying weight every single day. Drop the fantasy, kill the comfort. Because if no one's coming to save you, and your 10-year plan is just vibes and caffeine, you better start saving yourself. Here's something nobody wants to hear. Pain is the point. Not stubbed toe pain. The kind that keeps you up at 3 a.m. asking, what the hell am I doing with my life? Most guys think pain means something's wrong. You lose the job, you must have messed up. Your friends fade away, you must not be enough. You're burnout, numb, tired, lost. There must be a shortcut, right? Nah. That feeling, that's the fire. You're not broken, you're in the forge. That 2 a.m. dread, that's not a breakdown, that's your inner Viking waking up. In 2020, psychologist Dr. Andrew J. Howell found that people who faced meaningful adversity, loss, failure, personal breakdowns, were more likely to develop long-term resilience and purpose. Translation, the pain isn't holding you back, it's preparing you. A guy worked out in his garage for 3 years. No photos, no applause. One day, someone asked how he stayed so consistent. He shrugged and said, because I stopped needing proof to keep showing up. That's the fire. You don't wait for results. You become the kind of man who earns them. Discipline isn't pretty. It's not a slow-mo montage with an epic beat drop. It's a scar, one you choose. Before life gives you one anyway. You can suffer now with purpose or suffer later with regret. Every man's life has a turning point, a moment when he looks in the mirror and realizes the boy he used to be can't come with him anymore. That boy, he was soft. He chased validation. He avoided discomfort. He blamed the world. And maybe you've been dragging him around like dead weight, hoping he'll turn into something stronger if you just keep going a little longer. But here's the truth. You can't become a man until you're willing to bury the boy. We all start somewhere. Maybe you were raised without a real example of masculinity. Maybe you picked it up from locker rooms or Reddit threads. Nothing screams healthy masculine energy like a guy flexing and screaming alpha into a ring light at 7 a.m. But the boy mindset, it's built on ego. It's impulsive. It's reactive. It wants revenge, not resolution. Applause, not growth. To become a man, you have to break your patterns. Psychologist Dr. Robert Glover says immature men often operate from deep insecurity, always chasing approval just to feel good enough. That boy in your head, he's still chasing applause. The man you're becoming, he shows up in silence. And here's the truth they don't tell you. Killing the boy hurts. It's grieving the part of you that thought love had to be earned. It's letting go of who you were when you were still trying to be liked. It's walking away from the easy version of yourself, the one who thought silence was rejection instead of reflection. But you don't become the man you're meant to be by avoiding the pain. You become him by feeling every second of it and walking through it anyway. You don't need to be louder. You need to be clearer about who you are. The boy throws shade. The man builds in daylight. The boy flirts with danger. The man respects it. The boy wants to impress strangers. The man wants to make promises he can keep. This isn't about rejecting the boy with hate. It's about honoring him by finally letting him rest. Most boys chase glory. Real men chase growth. Kill the boy. That version of you is not coming to Vinland. You've probably heard it. Discipline is freedom. Sounds like something you'd find on a gym wall next to a lion meme and a tub of pre-workout. But let's Viking it up for real. Discipline isn't a motivational slogan. It's survival. It's structure in chaos. It's the only shot you've got at turning this mess into something sacred. Because out here, no one's coming to save you. No one's handing you a game plan. And the storm? Yeah, it doesn't pause just so you can find yourself. The modern world feeds you a lie, that you'll feel motivated when the time is right, that you need to find your purpose before you start putting in the reps. But the truth? You don't find purpose by waiting. You find it by moving, by grinding, by bleeding into habits so consistent your emotions stop being the boss. Jocko Willink said it best. Discipline equals freedom. Why? Because every time you choose discipline, you remove chaos, you remove weakness, you remove the endless debate about whether or not you feel like it. Studies from the University of Pennsylvania show that grit, the ability to stick with long-term goals, correlates more with success than talent or IQ. Not who's smartest, not who's gifted, who shows up. So ask yourself, what are you building when no one's watching? Discipline isn't punishment. It's ownership. It's intention. It's doing what's right, even when it's the last thing you feel like doing. Because freedom isn't the absence of structure. It's owning your life so deeply, you don't need a mood to move. Most people think routine is a cage, but you want to know the real prison? Waking up every day unsure of who you are. Chasing comfort, wasting time, feeling stuck because you've never actually chosen a direction. The alarm clock, that cold shower, that chapter you're reading instead of scrolling, that's not suffering, that's sacred. That's ritual. That's the man showing up again and again and again. The man you were meant to be is hiding in the boring grind you keep avoiding. So choose the grind. Choose the rhythm. There's a cold truth you gotta face. You will walk this path alone. No mentor's coming to drag you forward. No YouTube video or life coach is gonna climb into your mind and try to save you. You're the swordsmith and the steel, the work and the one who must choose it. Most men, they wait. They wait for clarity. They wait for motivation. They wait for someone to give them permission to change, as if the future is going to politely ask, hey, are you emotionally ready to level up now? Here's the brutal truth. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. It keeps moving, and every time you hesitate, someone else sharpens their blade. Masculinity. Real masculinity isn't about dominance. It's about ownership. It's about taking full responsibility for your direction, even when no one else gets it, even when it's not your fault, even when it hurts. Thor said it best, a true warrior needs no sword. Because real strength isn't about conquering others. It's about conquering the weak version of yourself. Look at Thorfinn in Season 2. He doesn't leave Iceland with a sword. He leaves with silence, with purpose, and with peace. No revenge, no validation, just a mission to build something better. Even if he has to do it with bloodied hands and no audience. Been through hell? Good. Use it. Get up early. Read the book. Push the weights. Speak the hard truth. Build the legacy that still stands, even when you're gone. Your life is your sword. Sharpen it, use it, or die with it rusting beside you. The man you were meant to be, he's not waiting for you in the future. He's buried beneath the habits you haven't built yet. So build them alone, now. Choose yourself. You already know what needs to be done. You already know who you could become. So here's the final question. Are you willing to suffer for it? Because comfort won't make you a man. Discipline will. Pain will. Responsibility will. No one's coming to validate you. No one's handing you a sword. No one's watching to see if you make it. That's the trial. You versus you. Every single day. There's no applause in the forge. Just heat and silence. You'll look in the mirror one day to ask yourself, did I fight for anything real today? And if the answer is silence, then listen closer. That's the boy still clinging to the reins. And you know what needs to happen next. Be the man you are meant to be. Not tomorrow, now. And don't stop until the boy is dead.